prices keep going up. But so does your anxiety, your frustration, and maybe even your grocery bill. So today we're going to talk about how to cope, not through denial, panic buying pasta, or staring at your bank balance like it owes you an apology, but through psychology-backed strategies that actually work. The real problem isn't prices, it's panic. Rising prices don't break your budget. Emotional spending does. Inflation is the trigger. Your reaction is the result. When prices rise, most people experience a psychological triple punch. 1. Fear. What if I can't keep up? 2. Shame. Everyone else seems to be managing this better. 3. Guilt. How did I let things get this tight? Your brain under stress becomes a dramatic screenwriter. Everything is doom and gloom. None of it is helpful. That's why the next step isn't a perfect budget. It's getting out of survival mode long enough to make one calm decision. And because these emotions feel awful, the brain goes, quick, do something to feel better. And you suddenly buy takeaways, a new hoodie, or panic purchase a coffee machine. You're not alone, and you're not bad with money. You're just a human with a nervous system. Let's fix that. Quick question, when prices rise, what do you do first? Avoid your accounts, cut everything, or spend for comfort? Comment, avoid, cut, or comfort. The two brain modes that decide your money future. There are two psychological states during financial stress. 1. Survival mode. This is where fear hijacks your thinking. Everything feels urgent. Everything feels scarce. Everything feels like a threat. This is where people say, I can't deal with this right now, and then avoid checking their accounts for 3 months. 2. Strategic mode. This is where you make grounded decisions. This is where you regain control. This is where you adapt. The goal is not to eliminate rising prices. You can't. The goal is to stop rising prices from triggering survival mode. So how do we get there? The psychology of adaptation. 3 practical shifts. Shift 1. Give your fear a job. Fear is a messenger, not an enemy. Try, what is this fear trying to show me? Often the fear is saying, you need a plan. You need awareness. You need to adjust something. Fear is useful until you let it drive. Put it in the passenger seat. Shift 2. Reduce the emotional noise. When your brain is overwhelmed, it exaggerates everything. There's a huge difference between I can't afford anything anymore and I need to reduce 3 expenses by about 10%. Emotional thinking makes the world feel bigger than your capacity. Practical thinking breaks it into pieces that you can handle. Try this today. Pick one category to adjust by 5 to 10%. Small changes create psychological safety, which creates momentum. Shift 3. Choose adaptation over avoidance. Every financial stress has 3 possible responses. Avoiding makes things worse. Reacting creates chaos. Adapting gives you control. Adaptation is not about deprivation. It's about shifting energy, switching brands, cutting waste, timing your purchases, adjusting priorities, using your brain, not your emotions. These micro adjustments signal to your nervous system, I can handle this. And that changes everything. Not keeping up is a lie that your brain is telling you. Let's talk about the guilt and shame pieces. Rising prices makes people feel like they're falling behind. But here's the truth. No one feels like they're keeping up. Everyone is just coping in private. You're not failing. You're adapting. And adapting is exactly what financial resilient people do. You're not meant to be perfect. You're meant to be aware. If you want practical support with this, I've put my free resources in the description below. You can download Break the Debt Cycle, a 3-step action plan to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Head to thechangecurve.me. The link will be in the description below. If you want help resetting your habits, building emotional resilience with money, and navigating rising prices with confidence instead of panic, this is exactly what I teach inside the Money Reset, my Psychology First mini course. It's designed to help you create certainty and calm even when the economy feels uncertain. Join the waitlist, the link is in the description. In episode 3 of this trilogy, we're going to pull this all together, and I'll walk you through 7 ways to thrive, not just survive, with rising prices. If you'd like to keep building this muscle with me each week, hit subscribe and turn these episodes into small, regular resets for your money and your mindset. I'm Christine. Thank you for choosing to build a financially empowered life. I'm glad you're here.